Casa de Fruta is a roadside market and rest stop in Hollister, California that opened in 1943.
Come discover the fun and beauty of a family outing at Casa de Fruta. Your kids will enjoy riding Casa de Choo Choo, visiting Casa de Zoo, and panning for gemstones. Mom and Dad will love Casa de Car's Route 66 showroom and, of course, a visit to the world-famous fruit stand. Located on scenic Pacheco Pass Highway, 13 miles east of Gilroy. Visit our website or call us at 408-842-9316.
In 1885, four brothers, Giuseppe, Alphonse, Bruno, and Pascal Basiglia, immigrated from southern Italy to seek new lives in the New World. The young men first found employment in the western provinces of Canada, performing backbreaking work, laying down tracks for the Canadian Pacific Railroad. This job led them to the Bay Area in the 1890s, where they found that the Mediterranean-like climate in the Santa Clara Valley reminded them of Italy. In 1900, the brothers brought their family to the Bay Area to work in the agriculture and food processing industry. Among them was a 2-year-old girl named Clara Basiglia. The immigrant men broke horses in the Berryessa area for John Francis Pyle, the owner of a fruit and vegetable cannery in San Jose. In exchange for their labor, Pyle gave the men a small plot of land in Paradise Valley near what's now Chesborough Reservoir. The brothers planted grapevines and grew tomatoes between the rows to make the most of the fertile soil. They produced wine and canned the tomatoes in a small shed. The extended Basiglia family ran the cannery. Joseph, Alphonse, Bruno, and Pascal Basiglia, and Filipina de Rose. They set up their first cannery in Morgan Hill in 1903, and then moved to Gilroy. In 1913, they moved the cannery to Monterey Road in San Jose. By 1919, the Basiglia Brothers Canning Company was the largest cannery in the world and employed 1,000 workers. The company also made and sold wines before and after Prohibition. The Basiglia Cannery was acquired by Mayfair Packing in 1948. They saved their money and eventually settled in Santa Clara County, where their uncle, Benjamino Cribari, was establishing himself in the vineyard business. Giuseppe Joseph Basiglia certainly couldn't have known it, but when he set off on one spring morning in 1908 to the Miller and Lux Ranch in Los Banos to buy some draft horses, his journey would result in the creation of one of California's most notable travel attractions. When he got to the old bridge that spanned the Pacheco Creek, he noticed the immense mustard bushes full of yellow flowers. An artisan spring bubbled up from the ground nearby. To Basiglia, the spring provided a sure sign that the soil must be exceptionally fertile and blessed with a good supply of water from the aquifer. Upon his return, he told his brothers about the Pacheco Pass property and suggested that they buy it and plant an orchard there. The family obtained a bank loan from a family friend, A.P. Giannini, who was the founder of the Bank of Italy. Giannini, owner of the Bank of Italy, operated from a table in the street after the 1906 earthquake when all other banks were closed, taking deposits and lending money to people so they could repair and rebuild. The Bank of Italy is now known today as the Bank of America. With the loan, they bought the land, which encompassed around 210 acres, and planted cherry trees to produce fruit for their cannery operations in San Jose and Morgan Hill. Clara grew up and married Henry Zanger of San Jose, and the couple had 6 children. Clara was a woman ahead of her time, though. While her husband practiced medicine, Clara, not the typical doctor's wife, established 3 pharmacies and the first ambulance service in South Santa Clara County. In 1938, she inherited 20 acres of the Pacheco Pass orchard property that her uncles had developed. For many years, the orchard had grown cherries, walnuts, apricots, pears, prunes, and grapes. In 1943, her 3 teenage sons, George, Joseph, and Eugene Zanger, built a small fruit stand on the side of the Pacheco Pass Road and called it Casa de Fruta, the House of Fruit. They sold baskets of cherries and other produce to people traveling through the mountains. Right after World War II, the country experienced a time of prosperity. People started buying cars and traveling on vacations and on weekends. It soon became obvious that when people stop at a farm stand, they sometimes need a restroom, and sometimes they need a cup of coffee. Their business soon became a popular roadside stop, prompting the brothers to expand it in the post-war years. In 1967, the brothers built a 24-hour cafe called Café de Coffee near their original stand. The entire family helped out in the construction, including the grandchildren who laid bricks. This restaurant proved a hit in attracting customers and travelers, so the next year the Zanger family opened up a gift shop at a gas station, Casa de Diesel, children's playground, including Casa de Chuchu, a scale model miniature train with a full-size man for the engineer for children to ride, and a gift shop known as Casa de Gifts. Other attractions include Casa de Sluice, Casa de Wine and Deli, Casa de Sweets, and they even have roaming peacocks. To entice families to visit, they included a small petting zoo and a playground for kids. A hamburger stand and an RV park soon followed. In the 1990s, Casa de Fruta opened an outlet at San Jose's Valley Fair Shopping Center and also expanded onto the internet to sell its fruit, wine, and gifts online. California State Route 152 passed in front of Casa de Fruta as a two-lane highway for many years, but was widened to 4 lanes in 1992. The old alignment of the highway still exists as the Casa de Fruta Parkway, which is accessed via the exit from State Route 152. For over 100 years since the family purchased the land, this 210-acre farm and orchard has seen the creation of many enterprises in the find a need and fill it style associated with the farming operation: Casa de Fruta, Casa de Wine, Casa de Sweets, Casa de Burrito, etc. Of course, it helped that the Pacheco Pass location was the perfect spot for travelers from the Bay Area to the Central Valley or Los Angeles to stop, rest, and have a meal or even stay overnight. Every year, thousands of people journeying between the South Valley and the San Joaquin Valley on Highway 152 stop at the Casa de Fruta Roadside Resort. So what do you remember about this place? Leave a comment or a suggestion for a future video below. And if you haven't already, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.
Bringing back memories from the good old days. That's super cool, man.